Hello YouTube, Jonathan Gaming here. Today I will be showing you a tutorial on Hearts of Iron 4. A very quick one too. So basically, Hoi 4 is a World War II game, so we're going to do Germany. I cheated in this game to show things relatively quickly. You can open cheats by doing this. There are a lot more. So basically, you want to finish all these stuff up here. So basically, for national focus, this is your national focus tree. You do focuses, it grants you stuff. Depending on DLC, you can have more or less focuses. This is Waken the Tiger if you want to shoot Hitler. And you just pretty much do one of them. Usually, historical is Rhineland. You also got army innovations, which give you stuff for your plan. Depends on what focus tree you're doing. Okay, so you want to have this available, but all the XPs up here make divisions, improves units. If you, like here, for example, let's go to a plane. It requires you, XP of the type of, branch of the army, military you're doing, so that's what XP is for. It also makes you do, construct divisions like this one. So basically, doctrine to improve your units. This is the one I suggest for Germany, and then go down my blitzkrieg if you're winning, or desperate defense when losing. So basically, unassigned divisions, you hold shift click, and then you pretty much group them all together. You can double click a type of unit to make their own. I suggest to keep all mobile units together. It is just useful that way, because usually S2 split, by the way. And then you can pretty much group them up with shift and stuff. And then you usually want to go for generals that have the traits that you're looking for, especially with Waken the Tiger. In this case, we'll do Garrison for our tank guy, because he has some good traits. And we'll do modal, because brilliant strategist is good. Infantry expert, officers for infantry basically. You can always do whatever you want though. Kesslering is also pretty good, but there are quite a few really good German generals. This guy will hold the D-Day wall very well, but I usually just stick with the infantry ones. So let's do a quick war with Poland basically. That's the plan for this video anyways. So this one here is no divisions of basic training. Basically you just go and then you set a province. Research whatever well, not necessarily whatever your heart desires, because basically just try to keep everything up to date. If you're playing Germany, you're now going to be playing naval. This is the naval tree for man the guns. So if you don't have it enabled, you're going to have a much simpler navy to work with. Artillery with no step back gives you all of your armaments. Basically, this is a 1939 Germany. I have set up in 1936. And these are pretty much good. Field hospitals aren't that good. Military police is alright, same with recon companies. Engineers are also good. Basically, it's all your stuff that you have to go. So you just click what you want and research it. But I'm pretty sure I have the research on icon click thing. This one shows you have outdated production. As Germany, you'll always have this at the start of the game because you're producing these. I usually just let one of them finish by doing that. So construction. I see many new players make the mistake of doing this, just building military factories. You do not want to do that, because you won't have your economy grow. I have more factories because I use instant build. So basically what you want to do is start off with civilian factories and try to build in high infrastructure area. And if you're playing Germany, save these for a bit and mostly build in the Rhine area, because you can get a focus that boosts the infrastructure. So basically, you build a lot of CIS until 38, and then you shift over to military production. And usually by mid-game, I usually do something like this and have interweaving. So pretty much you just produce what you want. Planes. These, planes wins wars, no matter what people say. Yeah, air superiority gives a whole lot of bonuses. I would say that the best planes to get are casts and fighters. Casts do damage to units. Fighters protect the casts and shoot down other fighters. Pretty much that's it. Just build a lot of planes and a lot of casts. Tactical bombers are also alright. Strategic bombers are amazing at destroying industry. You usually build them as UK or the United States. Very good. So basically, oh yeah, this spearhead is together with victory, by the way. When doing front lines, it is very easy. You just click a offensive line or a spearhead, and then you just draw where you want your units to go. And then if you click these orders, the AI will automatically do it, usually in a stupid way. So I grouped up all my Panzer stuff together. They should be kind of weak because I really changed the divisions. Oh yeah, there's also decisions. You can turn them on or off. If you're doing, if you have man the guns, never do this. It's a waste of time. But most of these do pretty good things. Like, these give stability, this gives stability, this gives stability, but you lose war support, so never do. Oh god, it also does negative 0.5 political power. Yikes. And let's just, I have instant justification on. So, when doing warfare, you want, this is F4 by the way, this is the supply map mode. And basically, follow the railroads and capture supply hubs. Without supply, your units are absolute garbage. And that's pretty much combat. Don't you battle plan usually, because that will just end in failure. I gave myself a bunch of stuff. So these are the divisions I suggest. For if you don't have no step back, this is the division for infantry I would say is pretty good. I have won many wars with no step back variant of this one. Oh, I forgot to put the light flame tank up. There we go. This is the infantry division that I use all the time in my all my games actually. It's a 9-1, pretty good. The flame tank companies give plus 5% damage in everything. Support anti-air is really good because you can also use it as anti-tank and destroy the light tanks. I have also won many games with this kind of depressing tank division. Because I usually start medium tank production way too late, and I have a lot of light tanks, so this is the one I usually use. But if you start very early, you can probably replace all of these with medium tanks. This is another one, basically just with a light flame tank company. And this is a resistance garrison because the people who you conquer will pretty much be pissed. You do not actually train these units. You go to occupy territories and change it here. There's also a resistance law. Basically, whatever gives you the most compliance, the better. So basically, if you're democracy, use local autonomy. Otherwise, use civilian oversight or local police force. Or if the people are really rebellious, you can go higher. Alright, let's just quickly just do this war. Not really managing the Air Force here. So basically, when it comes to Air Force, just doing that is not enough. You got to assign missions. Transport planes pretty much useless, so I guess we could do some air supply if we really wanted to. And then I'm holding shift, and I am setting missions for to do. Logistics strike is pretty good. Air superiority and interception are fighters. CASs with CAS and tactical bombers, strategic bombings with strategic bombers and tactical bombers. So let's quickly do this war. Alright, so to move without using the battle plan, you highlight the selected units and right click. And you can go any distance too. But if you want to do a specific route, you can hold shift and just move. It'll do the quickest path for each one. You can do this, and also you can hold control, left control, and you can do a support attack. Your troops won't move, but will still participate in an attack. So basically, I say it's kind of fine to do this with Poland, especially since I have 1939 tech and they don't. Danzig is has no troops, and then you can pretty much just go. Hit spacebar for quick pauses, by the way. Let's just do that. And I suggest, as you see, these divisions are being melted. It also, once again, like I said, does not help that I use 1939 tech. And these divisions are woefully under-equipped. But as you see, warfare is relatively easy. Just remember that supply can get horrific at some times, especially invading Russia. Try to do multiple flanks. And attacking across rivers are also very painful. Don't forget to do these stuff during wartime. Many people do. Also, go for encirclements, because encirclements do eliminate units from the map, basically. As you see, we got a pretty big one over here. And we're currently trying to take Warsaw, but I'm oh, we actually don't have overextended combat width. I usually do smaller combat width because supply is atrocious. There's Warsaw down. So pretty much clean up encirclements that you create. When you're invading France, do the focus around Maginot, because these countries are very weak. And just make sure that you have air superiority, because without it, it's gonna be a whole lot of pain. Well, let's quickly take these. And there we go. Basically, you can do wars are usually alright. Sometimes as a minor power, they are pain and suffering, especially when your major allies are being brain dead because they have no brain because they're AI. And this is just 3-speed, by the way. Also, try to keep casualties low. It's just a nice rule of thumb. Even if you have infinite manpower, it might as well. It's for bigger flexing, I guess. So just keep pushing and take victory points. Pretty much just the cities and stuff. As you see, up the rail lines have just fixed. So they take a bit of time to change the railway gauge. And let's go to that city. And when the war, will be over, you can feel free to snake. Don't forget, if you have no step back, you have the officer corps. You get a bunch of good stuff with it. Military high command too. They give you a lot of bonuses. Let's quickly do this and flank. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics of warfare. So when it comes to peace deals, you can puppet a nation. You can also take what you want from it, then puppet. So that's basically how wars work. You just make front lines and then you attack with hopefully better divisions than the enemy and air. So either way, that was I'm pretty sure I haven't missed anything besides you got other stuff to construct too. Supply hubs are very useful because they give you supply. They do take a very very long time to build. This is a civilian factory and a military factory for comparison. Almost double the cost of a civilian factory. Railroads also connect between supply hubs, and that is basically my very short tutorial. Just do the things up here. Don't overtrade, like you got 10 tungsten needed. Just trade for 1, have a tiny deficit, and you save another civilian factory to build more factories. So, yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful. And this is Jonathan Gaming signing out.